Like the actress Marilyn Monroe. In the 1950s, she was one of the most famous and beautiful film stars in the whole world, and everyone wanted to know everything about her. I fancy going to meet a real celebrity. Make a bit of room, will you, Marilyn? Marilyn Monroe was a superstar. She had platinum blonde hair, deep eyeshadow, and thick red lips that everyone wanted to kiss. If they'd had the internet then, she would have been the top story every day. Now, this painting could have just been called Marilyn, but in fact, it's called Marilyn Diptych, which means it has two halves. Because unfortunately, Marilyn died when she was very young. And maybe that's why this second half feels sadder. The image is fading away, as if it represents both her life and the memory of her. And today, these pictures of Marilyn Monroe are as famous as she was. They were made by an artist called Andy Warhol, who was living in New York and surrounded by celebrities. Everyone was already listening to the new popular, or pop, music. Now Warhol helped to create pop art. He did this by making art from objects that people saw around them every day, like cereal boxes, or soup tins, or pictures of Marilyn Monroe. So when Marilyn died, Andy Warhol decided immediately to make a portrait of her using this famous photograph. But he didn't just want to make one portrait of her. He made another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and yeah, he made loads. It looks more like an advert, doesn't it, on a wall? It's not surprising, because Warhol used a printing technique that was big in advertising. He pulled inks through a screen mesh using a rubber squeegee. This meant he could quickly produce the same image on lots of different canvases over and over and over again. He used big, bright colours to grab our attention and to make us look at the colour of the eyes, the hair, and the lips. Soon, Warhol was making so many pictures, he had to hire assistants and move to a big new space called the factory. And he did all this to show how Marilyn could start to look like anything else made in a factory. It's like me. I'm a person. I've got feelings. But if you were to see my face over and over again in block colours, I would start to look just like the outside of a cereal packet or a magazine cover. Warhol did what artists have been doing for hundreds of years. He made us look at things we know in a new way. Because what I know is there's a real person in this photograph. Yet the more I look at it, the less I can seem to find of her. So maybe Warhol wanted to show us that we don't really know who Marilyn Monroe was after all. We only know her as a celebrity. And fame and celebrity don't last forever. We're used to seeing celebrities' faces everywhere nowadays. On t-shirts, on television, online, on our phones.